Sorry, but no cutting without a permit, eh?
Hi, I'm Danny Nightmare, and it looks like Canadian Jason's at it again. It's a busy time of the year for him. And I'm not talking about the Christmas season, though that probably helps. I'm talking about Friday the 13th. In fact, why don't I give you my top 13 kills by Jason Voorhees? Now to verify for this list, this is only going to be Jason Voorhees kills. There's a bunch of great ones in this franchise, but we're going to be focusing on Jason only. That means no kills by Pamela Voorhees or Roy, even though they both have some great ones underneath their belt, so to speak. And no kills by the Final Girls or anybody else in the franchise. And from the movie franchises only, that means no kills from video games, comic books, or fan films. And only real murder. No deadly dreams or VR kills will count, no matter how hilarious they are.
That does not count as a kill.
Number 13. Okay, I have to admit, this first victim is more about who than how. See, it's Jimmy Mortimer, played by Crispin Glover. First he kills it on the dance floor, then he slays one of the sexy twins in bed, all to prove to his friend Ted that he is not a dead fuck. Ironically, that's exactly what he becomes when Jason catches him in the kitchen.
Ted, where the hell's the corkscrew?
Corkscrews his hand, cleaves him in the face, and then hangs him up to dry. If it was just some random teen, I probably wouldn't have made this list, but I'm just really jealous because I want a Crispin Glover wreath to hang up on my front door this Christmas. Number 12. Andy, from a Friday the 13th Part 3. Andy loves walking on his hands. When he's not juggling with Shelly, being abusive with the yo-yo, and not busy putting a baby in his girlfriend Debbie.
We would have been there already if some people didn't have to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes.
That's what happens when you're pregnant.
Yeah, he's probably walking around somewhere on his hands. Unfortunate for him, Jason is not impressed with that type of shenanigans and cuts him right down the middle.
Yeah. Are you still out there? I can't.
Jason also stores him up in the ceiling, which makes Debbie's death a lot cooler.
Where's this coming from?
Number 11. Mark Jarvis, from a Friday the 13th Part 2. As we go from a guy who doesn't like to use his legs to a man who can't use his legs, we have Mark Jarvis. He might be stuck in a wheelchair, but don't feel sorry for him. He's still one hell of an athlete.
Look at me, I'm Joe. My legs don't work, but I make up for it by having a very strong upper body.
Well, I do say that.
And very likable. Hell, his co-counselor Vicky seems to really like him.
I only want your fingers.
What?
What could this guy have possibly done to even make Jason Voorhees want to kill him?
Hey, what's the matter, guys? Jeff, the women are showing you. What's the matter with you? Hey.
Oh yeah, I guess he's kind of an asshole. He deserves what's coming to him. Number 10. Paul Guthrie from Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Now, here's a guy who wishes he couldn't feel anything below the waist. There's not much else to say about Paul other than he's Samantha Lane's boyfriend, and not a very good one most of the time. However, he does care about her, and that ends up being his downfall. See, he swims out into the lake to go check on her, and gets traumatized when he finds her dead body. And I first saw this as a young child, and what happens next traumatized me. Number 9. Trent Sutton from the 2009 Friday the 13th reboot. Trent is a dick to his girlfriend Jenna, he's a dick to all of his friends, and he's also a dick to Jared Padalecki.
So you don't want to be friends after this? You don't want to hang out?
Let it go, Trent.
It's not me. This guy's being a dick.
Yeah, it's me. Obviously, I'm the one being a dick.
So when Jason chases his pansy ass through the woods, you're rooting for Jason to hurry up and kill this son of a bitch. He manages to flag down a tow truck, but he's suspicious of the driver because he thinks it's Jason? Well, this mistrust lets Jason catch up to him. He wanted away from Jason, he got away from Jason, so he better give his Uber 5 stars. Number 8. Vicky Sanders from Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. Vicky is a babysitter, Vicky is a waitress, and she is funny, and most importantly, she's a badass, and she doesn't die easily. She's also very dangerous with a shotgun, so you might want to take cover.
Go to hell.
Number 7. Julius Gauze from A Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Not only does Julius have plenty of fight in him, but when he finds out that Jason Voorhees is on his ship killing his friends, he rounds up a posse to go hunt his ass.
I say we regroup and let's go find this motherfucker before he finds us, huh?
Granted, that doesn't end up working out well for him, and in their first fight he ends up taking a dive. But when cornered on a rooftop for round 2, Julius comes out swinging. He fights Jason all the way to the edge, and you're rooting for him. But when he's got nothing left to give, he eggs Jason on to give him his best shot.
Take your best shot. Motherfucker.
And that's when he was no longer ahead in the fight. Number 6. Sheriff Mike Garris from Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Sure, Sheriff Garris is kind of a dick to Tommy Jarvis. He doesn't believe his crazy stories, he arrests him, and he does everything he can to cock-block him from his daughter. But wouldn't you? It makes him no less a hero. He really wants to save the day and all the children. He blasts Jason with a shotgun. He shoots him with a handgun. He tackles the bastard and beats him with a log and tries to smash his head in with a rock. He not only goes berserk on Jason, but he literally snaps. Number 5. Deputy Josh from Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. Jason does a number on old Deputy Josh. First he kidnaps him, then he strips him, shaves him, and then possesses him, and uses him as a vessel for evil. And when he jumps ship to a better body, Deputy Josh melts in agony. Number 4. Amanda from Friday the 13th, 2009. Having some sexy time with her boyfriend Richie, Amanda just wants some privacy. She knows somebody's watching them, so she sends Richie out to investigate. He ends up in a bear trap, and she's stuffed into a sleeping bag and roasted over a fire. It's a slow, terrifying death. Number 3. Adrian from Jason X. Things got a little heated, so let's cool off by flash freezing forward to the future. To the year 2455 to be exact. Adrian is some sort of scientist that works on the Grendel, and it's her job to dissect a frozen Jason Voorhees they found on a dead Earth. But when he thaws out, he's still alive, because he's Jason, of course he is. I don't know why there's a sink full of liquid nitrogen, but I'm glad there is, because it makes one of the coolest kills in the entire franchise. Number 2. Judy Williams, A Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. This is the OG sleeping bag kill. It's so simple, yet satisfying. Before we reveal our final kill, here are some honorable mentions. Number 1. Deborah Caldwell from Jason Goes to Hell. Deborah enjoys late night hitchhiking, peeing in the woods, and having unprotected sex with her boyfriend Luke. I know a lot of you are going to disagree with this final pick, and you're probably going to tear me apart in the comments. But trust me, none of you are more torn than Deborah. Sweet, free tree and a free truck. I love it when someone does all the work for me. Anyways, let me know in the comments below what your favorite Jason kills are. There's so many good ones to choose from. I'm dying to hear about your favorites. Anyways, happy Friday the 13th. Cut.
Yeah.